टेलीग्राम।
क्या?
टेलीग्राम।
जरा रुको, ये चाय उबल रही है।
मुझे और भी काम है, चिट्ठियां पहुंचानी है, ये अर्जेंट टेलीग्राम है।
हाँ तो तुम ही पढ़ो और वही छोड़ दो।
तुम्हारा बेटा शांति गुजर गया है। स्टॉप। तुम्हारी पत्नी बहुत बीमार है। स्टॉप। जल्दी आओ। स्टॉप।
Director, when he sees a sequence like this, he look at it and he compose something, which is an expression of his musical ideas. That can be based on raga, that can be based on any rhythmic structure that he's working with, Western or classical or any element. So he creates an expression. But whereas in sound, in film, when we deal with film sound, there are so many other sound elements that comes in a film, that you need to deal with this composition and create something new, that is what I have to talk about. Film sound is when you are creating, when you're dealing with all these different elements of sound, what you're finally arriving at is a new, different composition, which is completely different from a musical composition. I like to go in detail into one of the films that I have done, which is actually in this festival. It's called Adam and the Maganabu, which is India's entry at the Oscars. So if you could switch to Adam and the Maganabu, I would like to show you one sequence. It's kind of a very interesting, very first time director, because he has all his things sorted out in his head. Very beautiful scene of this main character when he gets the chance to go to Hajj and almost everything is ready. He goes to this hillock and talks to his mullah. There's an earlier scene in the movie where he goes and talks to him, so that guy is being introduced there. There are certain sounds associated with him is being introduced. And the mullah dies in the movie, and then by the time he goes, you get a chance to go to Hajj, and he goes and actually asks him. He goes and says, for people who can't follow the dialogue or just explain the nature of the scene, he goes and says that I see a lot of people in your tomb crying, women coming crying and all that. I know you're knowing all that, and I'm getting a chance to go to Hajj, and I want you to bless me. And he's not there, and his entire experience of him, his spiritual experience, is being brought out through sound, various different kinds of sound. So I would like to play you. First, I would like to play the entire mix track. Then I'll go one by one, and I'll show you how I have arrived at that mixed composition. So let's play the Print Master. Yeah, Abu Print Master.
ഉസ്താദേ, ഉസ്താദേ. ഞാൻ കണ്ടു, പെണ്ണുങ്ങളും കുട്ടികളും എല്ലാവരും ഇന്നലെ കബറി പിടിച്ച് കരഞ്ഞ് സങ്കടങ്ങൾ പറയാം. സങ്കടങ്ങൾ സഹിക്കാതാവുമ്പോ നിങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെയല്ലേ വന്നിരിക്കാറ്? ജോൺസന് മരം വിറ്റു, ഐശുവിന്റെ പശുക്കളെ വിറ്റു, ഓളുടെ ദേഹത്തുണ്ടായിരുന്ന തരി പൊന്നുപോലും വിറ്റു. ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഹജ്ജിന് പോകാനുള്ള പണമായി ഉസ്താദെ. ആദ്യമായി യാത്ര ചോദിക്കേണ്ടതും പൊരുത്തം വാങ്ങേണ്ടതും നിങ്ങളോടല്ലേ? ഇൻഷാ അല്ലാഹ് ഈ മാസം ഞങ്ങൾ പുറപ്പെട്ടു. അറിഞ്ഞോ അറിയാതെയോ നിങ്ങളുടെ മനസ്സിനെ ഞാൻ വേദനിപ്പിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ കൊടുക്കണം. നിങ്ങളുടെ ഒരു രക്ഷ എന്റെ യേശുവിന്റെ കൂടെ ഉണ്ടാവണം. അസ്സലാമു അലൈക്കും.
So this is how when you do sound design and mix for a film, this is how you arrive at new compositions. For me, the beauty of film sound is it allows me to make choices which are far more important for you, for audience. With the director, we make so many choices to have something so that it creates an emotional impact. I would like to play one more scene for you from the film Gandhi, My Father. Especially in this film, we have so this is one level of the work. The other level of the work is it goes beyond. You use sound for much more, not just an emotional talking. It should denote much more than it is. For example, when we're dealing with film like Gandhi, My Father, Gandhi's age was a huge factor that we have to deal with. Of course, there's a certain amount of performance is going to come with the actor. But even in the performance, there are certain things that you can't avoid. For example, when you are young and you are old, when you get old, your teeth fall off. You have more air coming out of your mouth, so your performance is going to change. Of course, there's a certain amount of performance the actor has done, but he still has teeth. So it doesn't sound as much as an older man would actually sound like. Now, this is one element that the actor has left for me. Now, how do you extract that more so that the aging, voice aging, was a huge factor that me and Feroz very consciously dealt with in Gandhi, My Father, something like that. And it was much more tasking in Gandhi because we had done it with working with Sing Sound. So, in Slumdog, if Danny come and asked me, how do you hear things? I want to hear certain things like this. When you're under the water, how you hear it. And most often in Slumdog, I was dealing with how we are hearing things. What is the theory of hearing? If two of us walks down the street, we can hear each other. The brain has a tendency to reject everything that doesn't want. If you're walking down the streets, there's a lot of traffic, which you still can hear each other. But if I keep a microphone there, the microphone doesn't have that intelligence. Now, how do I make a microphone hear what I want it to hear? I mean, that's a tricky position. That is one of the elements that I have tried in Sandor. In this Gandhi, My Father, what we have tried is how do we get into this aging as one element with multi-microphones. So we had multiple microphones that we have used. And then because each microphone, like each lens, like each light, giving different kind of light, different quality of light. Like each lens is giving you different sense of space. Each microphone is giving you different sense of sound. Maybe the same sequence, if I record with a shorter microphone, a long microphone, or an omnidirectional microphone, or a microphone of different kind, which are quite technical in its nature, when it goes deep into it. I hear the same thing differently with each different microphones. Now, how do we use that into the mise en scène of the movie? That is one aspect we dealt with in Gandhi, My Father. I would like to play one scene from this movie.